Hey, what's up, guys? Here with a post that's somewhat unusual. So on my blog, every now and then I go through some of the Diamond Mine Baseball play-by-play that shows up. I know now if you watch me playing Diamond Mine Baseball games like the one today, I know that I go pretty fast, which can make it a little bit difficult to sort of see the individual play-by-play results and kind of figure out what's going on. So I figure I might as well share a little bit with you here and let you take a look at this without necessarily having to read. Of course, I will have a link to the blog post down below just in case you do want to read it, and please do come over and check it out. Now, all of this comes from a review of Diamond Mine Baseball by a man named Derek Bain. This is over at Twatara Software. Twatara Software, I think. The guy has a baseball analytics page. He likes to review a bunch of retro computer baseball games. His review is pretty old. See, look, he has a copy of the old version of Diamond Mine Baseball. I would say, Derek, hook me up, man. Send me a copy of this because I would really, really like to have a copy of the really old game. The release year here is incorrect, of course. Diamond Mine Baseball was released before 2006. It was released, I think, in 1997. So there are a lot of problems here. Programming and design is by Tom Tippett. Well, Derek, you gotta learn how to do your research, man. I mean, everybody who plays this game knows this. Whatever. Anyway, there's this long interview that goes on with Tom Tippett, which is interesting. Derek apparently didn't read his own interview. I'm not a fan of the write-ups that he has here, honestly, because he just sort of writes these huge paragraphs that are unreadable. Sorry, Derek. And then there's a little bit more of a description, long write-up. I mean, this is why I like the blog, right? Instead of doing stuff like this. And then he has a whole bunch of arbitrary ratings, and then we get to the part after the screenshots where he makes observations and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So that's what we're looking at here. Now, there's a part here in commentary in which he criticized Diamond Mine Baseball's commentary, and that's something that I'm really interested in. So, I mean, I'm not selling this game. I don't work for Imagine Sports. I never would work for them, not after he who shall not be named did all the crazy crap that he did with the game that I love. I will tell you, though, that there are big problems with anybody who thinks that this play-by-play is poor. I've played a lot of baseball simulation games, and I can tell you that Diamond Mine Baseball, hands down, no question, has the best play-by-play I've seen anywhere. That includes OOTP, that includes Strat-O-Matic, that includes Action PC Baseball. I mean, it's not only is this the game with the best play-by-play text, but it's not even close. Right. So what Derek says here is, I feel like the play-by-play is not as descriptive and imaginative as some of the competition in the text-based gaming genre. It gets the job done, but it doesn't paint a picture in your mind's eye. Here's an example of the play-by-play in Diamond Mine 12. Here's Hugh Duffy again, one hit so far today. The infield, a double play depth. 3-2, Verlander comes home. Duffy hits one well to left, and that ball is out of here a good 15 feet over the wall. A home run for Duffy. Duffy is 2 for 4 with 1 home run, 3 RBI scoring, home run. And runner on third scores, runner on first scores, and he gives it a 3 out of 5. I'm not sure what Derek is looking for here, but I'm also not so convinced that this is an actual Diamond Mine Baseball play-by-play example. It may be from play-by-play if you don't have pitch-by-pitch mode on. So I have a couple of examples here of what I would consider to be really good play-by-play. You know, when I go through these games one by one, I don't actually sit down and read the play-by-play because it would make me go nuts. Instead, I like to read it and then try to come up with something as if I were actually watching the game happen, which is not that easy. But here you go. Pitch descriptions here, right? The 1-2 offering, big breaking ball, a wiffle ball pitch, and Castiglione goes down on strikes, leaving the go-ahead run on third, right? A wiffle ball pitch, a big breaking ball, right? Good example of the sort of thing that you don't usually see, and once you read it, you know what it is, right? I've seen this one quite a few times. Trinkle looks in, ball 1 on Stanky. Trinkle fires, pops it up to shallow center, and is going to drop in. How about that? Here's the throw to second. He's in. A 5-cent double on a pop-up that was surrounded. And you can see here that there's an element of surprise. And, this is not after the how about that. You don't expect him to make it to second with a double. 5-cent double on a little pop-up with 3 guys around it. Again, it paints a very, very good picture in your head. Sort of what happens is read the text. Other games are not able to do this, and Diamond Mine is nice in that there's a bit of suspense here because when you have a certain beginning, he might be thrown out at second, he might hold at first. You know, the game has already calculated what takes place, but the play-by-play is designed so that it will keep the suspense going until the latter part of the play-by-play, which is pretty cool. Here's another one. Hamner moves off first. Here's the pitch. The bunt is on. The bunt is a line drive going right to the first baseman, Torgerson, who snags it in surprise. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to visualize like a bunt that goes for a line drive, right? which might be a little bit of a problem. And there are problems with this in Diamond Mine Baseball. But, I mean, this is kind of the point, right? These are 3 very, very short examples. I have other posts with similar examples. But this is a lot different from this one here, this really sort of generic type of play-by-play. My suspicion, because I don't remember seeing play-by-play exactly like this ever in Diamond Mine, is that Derek has mixed up his games. That's what I really think is happening. I think that this is actually from perhaps APBA. So that's sort of the feeling that I have. I might be wrong. You might be able to show me wrong. But go for it if you can. I'm going to tell you is that the nice thing about Diamond Mine Baseball play-by-play is that it's well done. It's been well edited. It reads very well. It's very easy to follow, which makes it much better than Action PC Baseball or than OOTP. OOTP here, I think, gets the real Raspberry Award because sometimes the play-by-play will contradict the movement that you just saw on the field. I don't know how that's still a problem after all these versions, but I mean, I'm sure I don't work for OOTP, right? I'm sure that they would have some sort of reason for that. Anyway, just sort of my feeling on the subject. Love to know what your feelings are. Leave me a note below and we can talk about it and figure out more. Talk to you later. Bye.